When I was in the first grade, I was a mega tomboy. I was the second strongest kid in the whole school. My friends always came to me for protection. Yet my mom, instead of enrolling me in after-school floor hockey, would sign me up for gymnastics and ballet. Those shoes did not fit. My mom dictated my education, which post-secondary school to go to, which programs to take. Those shoes didn't fit either. They were her Cinderella shoes. So I moved out and started choosing my own shoes, a pair for school, a pair for church, a pair for work. I even got a few extra pairs for the future because I knew that I was going to do great things. I would no longer be restricted to just one pair of shoes per year, or so I thought. I was married at 24 years old, separated at 27, legally divorced by 29. A year or so later, I started talking to my ex again. He would phone me at 5 a.m. before either of us had crawled out of bed. Phone calls turned into visits, and then he asked me to leave Montreal and my family and move to Burlington to be with him. So I thought, why not? My job skills are transferable, and because I'm bilingual, it should be easy to find work. So when I moved to Burlington, I couldn't find anything that paid more than $7 an hour, which was less than half of what I was making in Montreal. Wow. But because I needed a job and had a lot of experience with children, I decided to take a job working with kids. One day, I was carrying supplies down the stairs. I misstepped and landed on the concrete on my knees. At first, when I stood up, I didn't notice any problems. I dusted myself off and was on my way. A couple of months later, I started to have leg spasms, but they never lasted too long. Soon after that, I was having trouble running. I decided to leave my job because I felt I could no longer keep up with the kids. I soon started to lose my balance and had to use a cane to help me get around. If I only stayed using one cane, life wouldn't be so hard. But in no time, I needed a second cane, then crutches, a walker, and now a wheelchair. Once again, I needed a new pair of shoes. When you use a wheelchair, nobody notices your shoes. They only see the wheelchair. My cupboard is full of shoes that I bought in the past. Shoes that fit. Shoes that I will never wear because no one hires anyone in a wheelchair. Now I volunteer my time, helping out wherever I can for people who don't just see a wheelchair.